podcast with your favorite hosts, myself, Brandon, and
You open so official. It's awesome. Keaton.
and we're gonna talk about stuff that nobody asked for. These are our unbiased opinions.
Yep. And Walter's there.
Yep.
Can't see him, but
Can't see him.
my wife's dog is right there. Not my dog, my wife's dog.
Right.
We just need to make that clear.
He might give a couple of his opinions.
But hey, you guys got a dog, you and your wife.
We did. We got a puppy
Woo!
last week. He's a lab mix, but he might be a pointer or border collie mix. We're not sure.
I don't know what any of those words
From the
mean.
Humane Society, so he doesn't have it.
Making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Brandon and City, making the world a better place. You should have that as a slogan.
We should. We should run for something.
Adopting one dog at a time.
Yeah. Well, only one dog. We're not.
No, okay. You're not gonna
No.
just keep
One
once a week.
Yeah.
One dog a week.
He's 9 weeks old and he is a handful. He's a good dog though. He's a good dog. He's a handful. Though.
Yeah, and what's his name?
Samwise.
Yeah, buddy.
Or Sammy. Or...
Everybody's least favorite Hobbit.
No.
Hobbit.
I think Frodo is more people's
Oh my
least
gosh,
favorite.
he's such a loser.
I mean, he was being corrupted by the ring.
Oh my gosh, we didn't plan to talk about Lord of the Rings, but
Here we
now
are.
it just makes me upset because we just finished watching them through again, and he's such a freaking loser, Frodo.
Like he complains a lot,
Oh
or
my
what?
gosh, he's complaining all the time. He's always turning on Sam. He's always believing Gollum. He's just and Sam just sticks by him.
Well, you gotta think
Good
about
on
it.
Sam.
You gotta
Good
think
on
about
Sam.
it. You know, he's being corrupted by the ring. It's a heavy burden.
I know, but there's something about, why didn't they just put it in a little bag and carry it all the way there, or put it around, have Gollum hold on to it.
Oh, he would never give it back.
And just throw him in the fire. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, ended up going there.
Yeah. See, he was going to go there anyways.
Yeah, he was.
But Frodo is just a little loser.
Yeah, I like him in the first movie. In the second one, he's getting kind of annoying. But, it's a part of the story.
It's a part of the story. J.R.R. Tolkien, like, masterpiece of the century or something.
I would say so.
Yeah. Did you watch Rings of Power?
I did, yes.
You did?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think there's just so many high expectations that
Yeah.
are so hard to meet. But I think Amazon did a really good job of making you feel like you're in the universe.
Yeah.
And, like, feel that, like you're really there. But there was a lot of parts where it's like there's too many plots.
There
at
were
the
so
same
many
time.
plot lines going on.
Like with the
Yeah.
they didn't even call them hobbits. I forget what they call them, but
Half-foots.
Half-foots.
Half-foot, right? I think.
Harfoots.
Harfoot? Something. Harfoot? You tell us in the comments.
Yeah. And then, like the men and
yep.
then the
And
elves.
And then you have Gandalf dude. Maybe
yeah, the
Gandalf
stranger,
guy. Mm-hmm.
whoever he was.
The three people following him, trying to
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah. I
Numenor.
remember everyone thought, like, oh, the bald lady is definitely Sauron.
Uh-huh.
But we found out who he was. It was a good twist.
Those three people were who? I don't remember.
They were like the Watchers. I don't remember. I feel like it's been 2 years since I've seen
The
it.
thing about Lord of the Rings is I'm not like a Tolkienite.
No.
I like Lord of the Rings. I like all the movies and stuff, the books, but I can watch it and enjoy it and not nitpick it.
Yeah.
Like I do Star Wars.
Yeah.
Instead, like, go crazy. Don't mess with Star Wars. But Lord of the Rings, I can just sit back and kind of enjoy
Yeah.
the fantasy
Yeah.
and the story, which I was, but also was kind of confused.
It was
Because
confusing.
they
but-
started a lot of plot lines that I didn't know a ton about. And
Well, everyone's a critic too. People are like, we want more content, but then you get more
you
content.
get more
and then you're
content,
angry
and they
about
say,
it.
we want more, better, different content.
Yeah.
I've said that before. Like, I want more content. I want all the Star Wars you can throw at me, but make it all perfect and good. But George Lucas is gone. But yeah, he wasn't that great anyways. Have you ever heard him talk?
Yeah, he talks.
He sounds like a dweeb.
Yeah.
But it's okay. George was awesome. He might not be now, but like a couple years ago, for sure, he was his net worth was the largest out of any filmmaker.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because, well, I just thought it was neat. Like, Star Wars is humongous and big, but it is like one of a nerdier thing. Like it is, sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many more things that like just appeal to the broader public. But like he's top dog. At least was a couple years ago. I think
He sold
Steven
it for
Spielberg
$1
might
billion,
be.
didn't it?
It was.
Or is it multiple billions?
It was. I think it was multiple billions. Yeah.
Talking
Which.
about generational wealth.
I think it was like it was and still is like the largest film deal ever or whatever. What's his name? CEO of Disney. Crap.
Walt.
Dang it. I can't remember his name. Anyways, the guy Bob Iger. He was like the deal man and has done a bunch of big deals. Like I think he did ESPN when Disney bought ESPN.
They bought. They're like monopolizing everything.
They have a lot of stuff. They have ABC. Do they have Fox?
Yeah. They probably own Hulu too.
I think that I don't know if it's a partnership or they own it, but like they're definitely involved in them. Because now you can get like both of them, and then I think here like next year they're just gonna merge them or something, which is kind of crazy. They keep rebranding and merging different streaming platforms, which I'm getting annoyed with because like download the new app, log in.
Remember cable?
Dude, that is a throwback. Really, I remember when I was in.
Wait, did you have Charter or DirecTV?
What is Charter?
Oh, it was another cable.
No, here, St. Louis, I guess, they have Charter and DirecTV, but in Southwest Missouri, it was Dish and DirecTV.
Dish Network, yeah.
Dish, yeah.
I remember when AT&T bought DirecTV.
Yeah, they did, and then it was AT&T, DirecTV, yeah. No, I remember, like, in middle school and high school, having all my shows DVR'd. And I'd come home from practice or whatever, eat while I was watching it in the kitchen. Those are, like, some of the best times of my life, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's
for a younger generation. You couldn't pause anything.
No,
you missed it. You missed it. You went to the bathroom. You missed it.
But
sorry.
It's like Tuesday I get home from practice. These are my Tuesday shows, right? And then I have my Wednesday shows, my Thursday shows. There wasn't any shows on Friday, or maybe like Saturday or Friday I have to catch up on shows I didn't get to watch. That was fun. Waiting for the next episode or like being left on a cliffhanger. Now, I thought about that last night. I think I was watching something, and I was like, everything just flies now. You know, you can finish a season in a few hours. Yeah. Or half an afternoon or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think HBO they do every week or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Disney does every week, but they did it with the Mandalorian.
On some shows, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about a single topic we're supposed to talk about.
No, we didn't.
But streaming services are great, but bad at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder how strong like Dish and DirecTV and stuff are doing now. I think obviously they've taken a huge hit.
Yeah. Well, I remember Netflix was just only you'd order CD or DVDs and they'd come to you, and that was it. Like it was just, and then it was on the Wii. They had it on the Wii.
Redbox. Redbox was big.
Redbox is still a thing.
They're still around, but like I haven't touched a Redbox in forever.
No.
Because if I
or like you'd go to the library and rent movies.
Yep. Rent movies. I remember doing that with my grandma. The Springfield Library had a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But like now, if I go, I'm like, I'll look online. Where can I watch this? And then I'll go to that streaming service. Or if there isn't one, then like Amazon, you can rent everything for like $1.99 or $2.99 or something. So how is Redbox sticking around? I guess if you just don't have those streaming services.
I feel like it's kind of like geographically marketed because you live by like a Walgreens or a gas station or whatever, and the movie comes out, you can just go there and
go grab it,
buy it for $1.30 or whatever it is.
I wonder if Redbox or the streaming services get stuff sooner. Surely the streaming services.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Easier, and they've got way more money. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
what streaming services do you have?
We actually pay for it, or do we use?
Well, what ones do you take part in? What ones do you use?
So we got
That's a loaded question.
Disney Plus, which I have to say I don't use that much, but my mom uses it, and so that's why we have it.
Yeah.
And then we have Netflix, and then we use Prime. Prime's really good because they have everything.
A lot of stuff. And I feel like they all have like their own. Well, it's not that they have their own niche. It's like some of them have access to different channels. So like Hulu has a couple channels that I think most of the other ones don't, or maybe they have them earlier or something. Yeah. But then Netflix just has a crap ton of movies.
They're more quantity than quality.
Yes. And you can find that out easily. At least I do. Like, I go click, and I'm 30 movies in, and then it's like, this is all Asian, or I've never heard of any of these, or these are all dubbed. But then obviously Disney has everything Disney.
I do like that about them because if you want to watch Star Wars, if you want to watch whatever they have, or like
when you watch Cinderella once a weekend.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You fall asleep watching Cinderella on Saturdays.
Absolutely. And you can just watch it, which is really nice. Yeah. But I will say, I like watching the NFL, so Prime has Thursday Night Football. But if there's like a game on Sunday or Monday, you have to go there. And like with smart TVs, some of them have cable, some of them don't, and so you're bouncing around all over God's creation,
God's green TV.
yeah, or whoever invented the internet, his web of lies, trying to find where the game is, and it's really hard. And then when I do find the game, it doesn't have
It's 20 minutes in.
Yeah, so that's frustrating. Or I can just pay for ESPN Plus and
No. Just find somebody that has it and gives you the login.
That's what you got to do. Yep.
This will tie in a little bit to our first topic. And I literally forgot it. What did you say about Star Wars? You said something about Star Wars, and I was going to tie it in. Dang it.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So, Monday or Sunday, I think Sunday, I tried to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I've seen that.
You've watched it? Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, my gosh. So,
Chewie and his cousins or whatever.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I just have never gotten around to watching it. And, it's highly revered as horrible trash garbage, like space garbage. And I watched it for about 25 minutes, and I kept skipping, trying to find something of substance, and just was not happening. I think it's Chewie's wife, dad, and then son.
Which movies did it come out in between?
It came out in between episode 4 and 5.
Oh, wow.
So they were trying to really promote it. But I mean, it was just trash. Anyways,
Santa in it?
I don't know. I didn't get to that point.
I think Santa's in it.
Now, I did want to watch. They had like a cartoon in the middle of it. I guess that was Boba Fett, and he wasn't a character on screen yet. He'll show up in episode 5. I didn't even get to that point. I should have fast forwarded to that point though. But anyways, Chewbacca's wife is literally in like a 70s kitchen in their treehouse up in Kashyyyk, which I was really impressed with the outside of their home on Kashyyyk, because it was totally what they did in the prequels. And it was just kind of neat to see that George Lucas had that in his head, or whomever had already designed that, which was not able to be shown well, with CGI and stuff. But I was just kind of like, that was cool that it was already thought of, it was already designed, and then that continued. Because you saw the huge forest, it comes to Kashyyyk, and then you see their ginormous trees that they have all of their houses in. And that was just kind of neat to see that the design was already there and in place. But yeah, garbage. I just couldn't watch it.
When's the Chewbacca spinoff coming?
The Chewbacca spinoff? That would be great. I would watch a Chewbacca spinoff.
It would be dubbed the whole time.
That was, oh my gosh, literally like 10 minutes of it was Chewie's dad, wife, and son or whatever talking with no dubbing, no English-speaking character, saying lines back to them to where you can kind of figure out what they're saying. Nothing. It's just them. That was bad, Chewie. But it's just them growling at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Of nothing.
The director and producer must have had too much eggnog filming that.
Too much eggnog. Okay, but so Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey in Star Wars, Episode 7, 8, which should never be mentioned, and 9. Oh my gosh, I just like so much anger filled in my heart just on that moment.
Your ears are turning red.
Yeah, but she is leading. I don't remember if it was a trilogy or if they're just doing a movie. But they're gonna put her in another movie post Skywalker, The Rise of Skywalker. And she's like starting the new Jedi Order, which don't even get me started on that because I will have an aneurysm right in front of you.
Is she actually a Jedi though?
Is she actually a Skywalker? Like, but it's just kind of crazy. Like, you have all this feedback that I think generally the sequels are probably not liked as much as the prequels and originals now.
Probably.
And you're taking that character that you used to lead those 3 movies and then making another movie with them. Like, that just seems somebody is not making the right decisions.
Well, it's just so confusing between 6 and 7. Like, what happened?
Yes.
How'd the first order come out?
Yeah. Which that's a good point because there's time in between every single movie, Star Wars movie. But like I've never watched them and been like confused, because they were set up properly. Between episode 1 and 2, there's a handful of years, and Anakin is older in it. Padme is now a senator and not the queen. That's set up, but they're not like spelling it out for you. They're not like saying in these 10 years this has happened. But like it was confusing, the time hops in between them. I don't remember if it was 7 and 8 or 8 and 9. but there was like no time in between them. But yeah, anyways, you're using Ray to start another movie, which nobody even liked her in the first place. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to at Lucasfilm right now, but nobody liked her in the first place. Which she's not a bad actress. She's been in other stuff that's been good. She was in the Nile movie. What's that one? That mystery movie?
Nile.
Death on the Nile. That's the only one I can think of right now. Anything else? Yeah, she was good in that.
I haven't seen that movie.
But yeah, so I don't know. It just seems, again, we've talked about movies a lot. Poor decision making in this stuff right now.
More cash cows that can be milked.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll come out with multiple Lego iterations of it, and they'll come out with a lot of little cartoons that they can tie in with it, and it'll be great and awesome, and they'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, am I going to go into the theater and be upset again? Because I don't think I can emotionally handle it.
We're going to be in the theater, though. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
They'll get our money.
I will be there in the theater, and I will be moderately excited and hopeful, and hopefully my expectations are not, I don't know, don't come true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will for sure be there. So take that, Disney. I will buy a ticket to the movie.
We'll probably be 30 by the time the movie comes out anyway.
No, I think it's like really soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like really soon. But then Ryan Johnson, who directed episode 8, who I just have no kind words for, is supposedly directing a saga that's going to take place before the prequels, which will be the High Republic era. He directed that Glass Onion.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
With Daniel Craig. Yeah, which was a good movie.
That was a good one.
Who knows if it was the writers or him, but Ryan, you suck, man. That's the nicest thing I can say to him, is that he ruined Star Wars.
That was my hope, yeah.
But anyways, that's what I got. I just don't want Ray to leave the movies.
No.
She just wasn't a strong character. Oh, I just need to stop talking about it. We need to move on to the next thing. I can just keep talking and talking about that.
So our next topic we're gonna traverse here is we all know about the 7 wonders of the ancient world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
You want a cookie?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
But they're all gone except for the pyramids of Giza. So I was thinking this week, and I'm like, what would the 7 wonders of the modern world be considered today?
It's a good question, Brandon.
Full of them.
Honestly, there's nothing technological about any of them, because there's been like a couple different iterations of the 7 wonders or whatever.
Yeah.
What about the International Space Station?
Oh, that could definitely be one.
Like, how crazy is it that we have a space station floating around and there's people up there and they're,
Yeah.
And it was done in the 60s, 70s? Or not the space station, but like the space program. I don't know when the space station started. Was it late 80s or 90s?
Yeah, I think it was in the late 80s.
No. But
It was when the space shuttle program started.
how crazy is that?
Yeah.
You know?
It's wild that we have I forget how big it is. It's
It's a football field.
it's 100 yards.
It's bigger than we think.
Yeah, it's
This is what I think. But yeah, you put it on there, it's a football, like the length of a football field.
Yeah.
And they have, one tube going through the whole middle of it, and then they got multiple
Panels.
vertically split off of it. So like there's a lot of space up there.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But like literally that's a lot of room.
Yeah.
Even if the capsule that runs horizontally through the whole thing, that's like the length of the football field, even if that is only, 10, 12 feet wide, that's a lot of real estate up there.
Yeah. And it's moving crazy fast too. Like you're moving thousands of miles an hour.
Yeah. Which is...
And you can see it from the naked eye too every time it comes over.
I know.
Where we're going.
That's crazy. Dory can always... She spots the stars. She knows all those. You know those stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Brandon's a nerd. Why did you learn all the constellations to pick up girls?
No, because I was homeschooled. My first kindergarten to 3rd grade.
Shout out in the comments if you're homeschooled. We love you.
Yeah. I don't know, my mom liked it a lot, and so by proxy I got into it.
I wonder how common homeschooling is outside of our area. Because we've got a lot of homeschool stuff around
It's
here.
popular in St. Louis.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very popular, yeah. Well, not very popular, but
yeah.
There's a large community.
You think there's more here or there?
I mean, there's more population in St. Louis, so
yeah.
I feel like there'd probably be more homeschoolers. But, Springfield does have the biggest public school system in the state. So,
which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So I'd probably say St. Louis probably have more just due to the
more popular. Yeah, but
if you look at
versus the population or the school age, it might be different.
Per capita,
that's a topic.
Per capita, there might
is that what it'd be per capita?
Am I using that right? I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
See, I think capita has to do with money. Does it not?
Well, I know that Springfield has the most restaurants per capita of any city in America.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Look it up.
Okay. Brandon just said... Are you lying right now?
I feel 80% confident.
Brandon just said that Springfield, Missouri has the most restaurants of any city in the country. That's not possible. If you think of New York City, Chicago, anything...
Per capita!
Per capita. Okay. What do I even look up here?
Springfield restaurants per capita? Or
Springfield, Missouri restaurants per capita. This is going to blow my mind. Springfield is considered to have more restaurants per capita than any city in the country? What?
Let's go! Yeah,
that is
some knowledge
crazy.
on you.
Over 750 is... Maybe that's how many restaurants. Over 750. People in Springfield love to eat out, it says. What in the crap?
You will never doubt me again.
I will continue to doubt you always.
Everything I say from now on is law.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Eggnog. Talking about restaurants.
We didn't even get to the other 6 great wonders of the modern world.
The laptop only has 6% battery.
Where's the charger?
We're
professionals here.
This is a really professional operation. Nobody likes eggnog, but you are an eggnog drinker, you freak.
I was in Walmart today and I could not find eggnog.
Oh no! Oh,
Eggnog's
Lord forbid
good.
you can't
It's
find
good.
the eggnog.
It's good.
I've never had eggnog.
Bullcrap.
No, I haven't.
No way.
But I will hate on it all day long.
Your 24 years of life, you've never had eggnog once. Never consumed one drop.
I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking eggs. There's egg in... no.
There's egg in a lot of things and you don't think there is, buddy.
Yeah, but there's...
I bet there's egg in your ramen.
Yeah, because it's noodles. It was cooked into the noodle.
It's not like raw egg.
If you make eggnog at home, I think it is like... You crack it and just stir it really good.
Yeah, but you also add other stuff to it that makes it taste good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in it. I don't know, maybe like cinnamon and nutmeg or something.
Those are good holiday guesses right there. Okay, but here's the thing. Comment, if you feel like it, if you drink eggnog or not. I think you are definitely the minority, though.
I definitely
eggnog.
I've met most people that do not like eggnog and likes it, yeah.
Which, here's my thing. Has anybody ever tried it? Because I will hate on it all day long, but I have never drank it.
Okay, then you can't hate it if you never
No, I'm going to hate on it. An egg drink? No. No, thank you.
Well,
that's
it's not
like...
Rocky drinking raw eggs or anything. It tastes good.
I know a guy, really, really strong, buff, muscly, 50-plus-year-old guy, and he just cracks the eggs into his mouth. He lifts, he cycles, he runs. He is a strong dude. Shout out to Grady Bolden. Why am I not saying his name? Grady, you are a strong guy. He's actually came like a long ways in the last couple years. He's become, but yeah, he cracks eggs into his mouth, and I go, ugh.
It's the fastest way to get protein, I think.
Okay, I'm not looking that up because I'm not gonna have you be right 2 times on one show. That is the fastest way to get protein.
I will say it's probably one of the fastest ways to consume protein. Probably. Like protein per your drink, yeah, probably. Anyway, our last topic
protein per capita
is going to be there are wolves back in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Because
tell us about this.
Well, to my knowledge that I just read about 10 minutes ago, apparently in the 1920s, wolves were pretty much hunted down and killed because they allegedly were a big threat to livestock and big game, and so they're kind of driven out up north to Canada. But now they're coming back to Montana.
They probably didn't kill them up there because they're so nice.
Well, I mean, there's so much land up there. I don't think there's as much. There's way more, real estate for them to do.
Wolves are a lot bigger than you think.
They're huge
in person.
They're huge.
Yeah, like they're not the size of a dog or a coyote.
They're massive.
Coyote.
If you go online, look up Siberian Husky next to a wolf. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how big they are.
Wolves are big. They could eat your face off.
Yeah, for sure. But apparently they're coming back. So if you're ever in like the Big Sky country, you're going to see more wolves because allegedly
what state you say?
Montana.
Montana.
Because they actually helped the ecosystem comparatively in the 20s when we didn't think it did.
Because we were too stupid back then.
I don't know.
Nobody did any science. They were just like, let's kill all these wolves. Let's take their fur.
So we did the bison, buffalo.
Oh my
and
gosh,
the
isn't
late
that
1800s.
crazy? That is still, every time I see like pictures of like the just thousands of bison just like piled, dead.
They didn't even use the meat. They just killed them.
Why did we do that?
To get rid of the Native Americans.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Dark part of American history.
Yeah.
I think 1%.
Shout out to America and all the bad things you've done. We have done a lot of bad things we sweep under the rug. But that's kind of the gist of every country, isn't it? Everybody does bad things and we just snip it out of history.
I saw this one meme and it was like a picture of Superman, and it was like the American history you learn about in school, and then next to it was Homelanders.
Oh gosh.
American history.
So if you don't know who
our skeletons in our
if
closets.
you don't know who Homelander is, he's Superman in this superhero universe, but he murders people. He is a freak. He is definitely not Clark Kent. He's not your good old boy.
Not someone you.
But the outside appearance, he is. He's everybody loves him. He's the guy. He's Superman. But around the corner, no way, Jose. Not happiness and rainbows.
That shows a lot. I have to skip some of it. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
like, this
crazy.
Is too much for me.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in to episode 7 of Nobody Asked for This with Keaton and Brandon. We will be back not next week because it's Christmas, and
or
then we'll
we got to
be
that because it's New Year's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What day's New Year's?
Monday.
Oh. We will see you next time.
We'll see you next year.
Next year, yeah.